Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee once again for our daily stock market insights. Time now is 11 in the evening of March 29th. So this is a post um, market analysis for the 29th, March 29th market day. Okay, so in this video, I'd like to recognize, of course, the comment from Kenneth Ang. He requested MREIT, DNL, Keeper, MEG, and I shall prioritize these stocks in my review for today, right? So if we still have the time, I will add more stocks onto this list. In the meantime, if this is the first time you're watching my video, I am Miss JD. I invest in the stock market. Mostly, I'm a mid to long-term investor because I do this on the side. So if and I also do review stocks on a daily basis. So like Kenneth, feel free to post your request in the comment section so I can prioritize your stocks. All right. Now let's try to understand what happened in the index today. So the index, of course, is comprised of the major stocks in the country, the blue chip companies. So chances are, if you see a downward movement, there's a big chance that most of the blue chip companies are also on a downward movement. And for the past how many days, the index is starting to recover. Although in the past few days, I mentioned that I'm on the conservative side because sometimes when you go this way, normally, right, the MA20 serves as your resistance when the stock or when the trend is below that. Now, when we try to go beyond that, then that becomes your support. But in some occasions, even though you're above that, there's a big chance that it's just a slight overshoot and it could come back. But today's candlestick is different. See that somehow there is a wick that stopped very near the MA20 line. So in this case, the sentiment could be changing already, right? So there's a big possibility that your MA20 line now is acting as your support. So let us see because um, this is the volume. So I was also mentioning about the volume the other day that there isn't much volume and the stock price is moving to the upside. There has to be volume. It has to be supported by volume. But interesting for today's uh, market performance, it is paired by good volume. Volume is starting to pick up. So let us see if that will be sustained. All right, tomorrow it's well, it's a Friday tomorrow. Let us see. But as we speak right now, um, just so you know, sometimes when the US market is performing well, then it creates a domino effect in the morning, come the Philippine market, when the Philippine market opens. So let us see if it will create that domino effect in our performance tomorrow, right? So, but this is really a good sign when you have that volume picking up. So for now, I am putting our nearest support at the 6,582 level. Okay, so let us go back to Kenneth's question. MREIT. MREIT, okay. MREIT is retracing. This is the second day of red today. So let us see if it'll. So what I would normally do next year is I will plot a Fibonacci retracement tool. So let us see. Overall, let's try to check the weekly chart. Okay. On a weekly chart, it, okay, let me just remove that first. Let's try to understand the pacing. or the movement. So the overall sentiment of MREIT was on a decline since well, almost the entire year of January. It recovered and it did a bounce at the MA20 line. So this looks like, all right, this stock overall on a weekly chart, it is already on its way to recovery. So every candlestick here is worth 1 week. So you bounced, right? Moved up, and then when it dropped, it created a higher low. So if this continues to move higher than this 1531, if it will create a higher high, then uptrend is already starting. So let us say it'll create something like this, okay, something like that. That is the kind of channel we're looking forward to see. So if it goes up, because I'm thinking we will be ending the week within this range, 1397 being the support. So if tomorrow there will be fluctuations, I am still positive that this stock is really on its way to recovery. What we are waiting for, though, is this volume. There isn't much volume, so I'm thinking movements will be very, very slow at the moment. You'll have, candlesticks with very small body, like these ones over here. But one thing good about MREIT is this is one of the REIT companies, and what's good with REIT companies, you get paid while waiting. Every quarter, I believe, this stock is giving um, dividend. And I have not computed it. I don't know what's the dividend yield, given that if you are to enter right at this level, you're way cheaper than, you know, it's IPO price. So I think I'd say look at it for long term, accumulate while the price is still at the cheaper level. Next is DNL. DNL on a weekly chart, it is also bouncing, but it has to stay within this, oops, this support level. Okay, that has to be respected. If if there will be fluctuations, I see that it will most likely just drop at the 745 level, create a stronger base right there, create a stronger support. What's nice as well is that it created that higher low. So when it dropped, it stopped right here, comparing it to the previous low, which is much lower. So again, trying this stock is trying to respect this channel on a weekly chart. Okay, something like that. That is your channel over there. So let's hope that this MA20 line will be broken so that it'll continue to move up. But you are still very near your support area on a daily chart. Let's try to understand. Okay, so very nice, nice green candlestick on the daily chart. And look, I think that's more than three-fourths of the body of the candlestick that's already above the MA20 line. So looking positive really in this kind of formation. I feel that this upper Bollinger Band will be triggered in the coming days. So if you still are considering to enter, I would have to say, again, for mid to long-term investors, this is a good entry price. Okay, going back to the weeklies, look, at one point, the stock has also reached the 13 peso level. So that's almost what, 100%? 75%, around that. Okay, so that is for DNL. Next is Keeper. I am also I have exposure in Keeper. The amount is not that huge, but promising because the this stock is has been profitable for the past, actually for the past year, yeah, very positive performance over here. So strong fundamentals. Volume, comparing it to the volume previously, volume right here is really accumulating. So I'd say even if what is happening, okay, even if the 156 level is already high, take note there is a huge drop in when it, I know this during this period, they the stock was halted for a few months because it was from here. Sobrang layo niya nun eh. Basta sobrang laki ng drop pag open niya. Ayun. It stopped at 12 something. Tapos when it came back November, it dropped around the 1 peso area. But look, hey, um, overall, since October, this stock has been on a consistent climb. Slight retracement over here, but climbing up consistently, paired with good fundamentals. So, in the short term, it is going to approach a resistance at the 159. However, looking at the volume, looks like there's still a strong buying sentiment. So, we just have to wait and see if this 1.59 level is going to be broken. Then that becomes a breakout play if you are going to invest on it. Okay. So hopefully you have accumulated somewhere here at the cheaper level, but we have a big potential for that gap to be closed. Next is MEG. MEG. Okay, MEG is still on, still sitting at the MA20 line. So at the moment, your MA20 is acting as your support. Um, not much volume. So let's wait and see. There's a big chance that it'll go sideways first if there isn't much volume. At the moment, your MA20 is acting as your support. Yeah, I think it's a strong support because in the past, the area has been spotted as a support level as well. Okay, so very slow pace, slow moving stock at the moment for MEG. I think if you really want to, um, well, this one gives out dividend as well. So, but I'm not sure what is the yield if you are to look at it. Once lang, 3% daw eh, huh? Cash dividend rate, 3%. Uh-huh. I don't think it'll, I don't have a calculator. Wala pang mention eh. If it's 0.06, 0.06, let's say divide by 2, yun 3% nga. But no mention of dividend for the year as of yet. Last year, when was it released? Around October. So, yeah, baka malayo pa yung kanyang schedule. Right, let's try to check out other stocks here. Bloom. Oh, AREIT. What happened to AREIT? AREIT dropped. Wow. So AREIT over here dropped. This is Ayala REIT. 30. The nearest support is 30, triggering the lower Bollinger Band. Heavy sell-off. Baka may continuation pa to. This is the nearest support, but really, if the selling sentiment is strong, that support could easily be broken. But number one, I am not 100% updated with the news. Baka may nag-trigger niyan. But regardless, Ayala REIT. Ayala is a very stable company. So wait for it to really settle down, find its new support. Let's see if it'll settle down at the 30.90 area and create a support right there. But if that gets broken, okay lang. So so you can catch it at the way cheaper level. Try natin compute magkano siya. If we are to enter, sige, 0.52, 0.49. Okay. So average natin 0.48 no times 4, 1.92 divided by 32.3. That's a 5.9% dividend yield per year. And Ayala REIT has consistently given a dividend from the time it did an IPO. And if you are going to, let's say, enter at 30.90 or 32 at the current price, you'll have a dividend yield of approximately 5 to 6%. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I am really looking forward for your requests, guys, so I can also prioritize that your stocks in my next review. In the meantime, good luck in your trades tomorrow and good night.